Alright YouTube, what's up? We are coming at you, heading eastbound 70, eastbound and down. We're just cruising about 60 miles an hour here. Wanted to come at you with the head cam because there's a massive oversize in front of us. Well, yeah, it's massive. As far as
RV coming out of the rest area, I don't know if you can get up to speed or not.
I don't know, I might want to get the left line. I've got 3 floors that I can't catch and then I'll grab them.
As far as
I thought it'll be a silver CRV.
Alright, so anyway, if you guys can hear that CB jargon, this massive oversize in front of me, they got a couple pilot cars.
Yeah, he came out of there pretty hot.
Alright, copy that. Left lane open.
And sneak by this guy. Then I'll turn this down. Anyway, so you can hear those pilot cars talking with this oversize, and I just wanted to catch a little bit of it for you. So the pilot cars obviously communicate with the oversized load via CB radio, and they'll tell them about like what's coming around them, what's up ahead of them, low bridge, so on and so forth. And it's just cool, the communication and all the effort that goes into something oversized like this. This thing's got to be extremely heavy. I saw it pull into the truck stop that I was just checking my differential fluid at and spent the night out there. I believe Salina, Kansas. Anyway, it's riding on a 4-axle T800, and oh, that's a cool cab over. Anyway, it's riding on a, I think that was a Peterbilt 362. It's riding on a 4-axle, that's tri-drive, T800, and being pulled by, I think the whole setup I counted, it's 13 axle, and they're cruising about 60, 62, 58, somewhere in there. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to talk but also driving. There's a massive fire. You guys see that in the rear view? Something just lit up like crazy when I was driving by. Got a lot going on this morning. Fire. Well, now it's afternoon here in Kansas. It's noon. Good afternoon, folks. Oversized though, but yeah, I want to catch the oversized. They just communicate with their pilot cars real well. Talk about people like coming onto the on-ramp. They were just talking about that RV coming slow out of the rest area, so on and so forth. They talk about using both lanes, the heights on each bridge. I heard the front pilot car say 18 over, you know, saying like 18 feet or over on this one coming up, and so on and so forth. But we're gonna probably scoot around them. Just wanted to give you a little footage of this unit. It's a big one, so I'll try and film it the best I can when I'm cruising by, and we'll kind of go from there. Got a 4-wheeler with a girl with her feet out the window. You know, I'm all for relaxing when you're cruising and everything, but I gotta say, do not, whatever you do not put your feet on a dashboard as a passenger. Your feet on that dash, if you got rear-ended and your feet are on that dash and they rear-end you hard enough, or even if you rear-ended someone, or, you know, accidents can happen at every turn. But if that passenger airbag blows up, and your feet are on the dash, it's gonna send your feet straight to the roof, and that's gonna happen so fast that it's gonna put your knees into your eye sockets. It's gonna break your face. Not only that, the speed of that is either gonna break your hips or your spine. If it breaks your spine, it's probably gonna leave you paralyzed from the waist down, if not the neck down. But if you drive with someone who has their feet on the dash, or if you are someone who puts your feet on the dash, I highly encourage you to stop that. It's just dangerous. Accidents can happen. Like you wouldn't believe it. I was driving yesterday. I wish I would have filmed it. Man, a flatbed pulling some rebar. Man, some Dodge just boom right into the back of him. I don't know if the Dodge pickup truck driver. I mean, he totaled his truck. He just completely. It was out in East Colorado, right before the state line. But just freaking barreled right into the back of this trailer. Poor truck driver. I don't know what happened. They were both in the slow lane. You could see the skid marks from when they hit, and then both veered off. But that Dodge pickup, it was a 2500, brand new 2500, hit the back of that trailer so hard that it wedged itself under the DOT bumper. And those trucks are tall, but it was just impaled, and you know, gonna need a tow truck to pull it off the back of that. Pull it off the back of that semi-truck trailer. Poor flatbedder, man, probably ruined his day.
Yeah, he's in Ellsworth, just fueled up, took his break, they're on the road.
That didn't sound like the, oh, maybe that was the oversight.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Anyway, we may as well come around to here. We'll wait till these four-wheelers get by. We're in no big rush. Cruising down to Florida today. We're obviously in Kansas. We're not going to make it today because we got the handy-dandy ELD. But yeah, started my day late. This is coming at you after the differential fluid check video. And after filling a grease gun. If you watch that, hope that was decently informative or learned something or whatever. Since I own the truck, that was the first time adding any differential fluid myself. When I bought the truck, I ran it for a couple weeks and then serviced the rear ends and the transmission right about 640,000. So right about 900,000. I might change all those fluids out again. But let's holler at this oversize. Let them know we're coming around after this next four-wheeler behind us, whether they get off. I'll let the oversize know we're going to come around. We'll ask him how heavy he's running, because I'm pretty sure it's a 13 axle. If I didn't say that, it's being pulled by a 4-axle Kenworth and then a 9-axle trailer. There's no one coming on the on-ramp, so they don't have to worry about that. Yeah, oversized, you got a 53-footer. I'm going to come by and I'm going to hug the yellow line. Hey, just curious, how heavy are you on that full setup? What's your gross?
Around 230, 240.
Right on, driver. Be safe. You're looking good.
Thanks, sir. You too.
Alright, guys, so you heard him.
Be careful out there, last car.
And that is how you get by someone. You put your foot in it. Yeah, that's one hell of a big unit. Thank you, driver. Take care.
Have a good weekend.
But you heard him. He said he was about 230, 240. So
It is Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, doing this shit every day's the same. When they don't call you in, that's your Friday, even if it's on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the way I feel, driver. I did forget today was Friday. I had to check my paycheck, make sure I got my monies. Anyway, though, you guys heard him. He's running. I don't know if you saw it that well as I went by him. Just try and get around him so he didn't have to, watch me. I got around him as quick as I could just so he doesn't have to continually watch me in his mirror. I hugged the yellow line, give him as much space as possible. He wasn't too wide. He's more heavy than anything. But yeah, you heard him. 230 to 240,000 pounds. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about 250,000 pounds almost running down the interstate. So definitely, when you see those flashing lights, if you're a four-wheeler, pay attention and just do your due diligence, man. Crack your neck in the Look in the mirrors, check your shoulders. Give those guys more than enough room. Because if that thing makes a mistake, woo, that's a big mistake. But anyway, just wanted to give you a little head cam footage of that oversize. It was a 9-axle trailer, 4-axle truck, running at 230 to 240,000 pounds. So, right on, driver. If you watch this, you're looking good. Today is the, what is today? It's Friday. We just talked about that on the radio. Today's the 10th, July 10th. Hope everyone had a safe July 4th. And thank you to all those men and women who serve in our military. And hopefully these weird times that we're going through in 2020 come to an end. Something tells me that after November, which is the election, a lot of this stuff's gonna either come to an end or get a little funky and change. Come back over, there's plenty of room for that RV, and there's a trooper up there on the shoulder, but he just got back on. Anyway guys, happy Friday to you. Stay loaded. YouTube, what's up? Just in the middle of this, actually not in the middle, I'm still in the beginning leg of this run from Denver to just above Miami, Florida. Anyway, you guys recognize that Petro? We're here in Oak Grove, Missouri. I'm gonna go in, take a shower, then come back out, fuel up, and hit it. I just want to point something out though. In my mirror, hopefully you guys can see. If you're new to trucking, or if you've been trucking a while and you just got lazy, this is how you park. You back into a spot, and once you back in, right, take your time back in, but set yourself up straight. You guys see that yellow line? Here, let me hop out. Line your trailer up with that yellow line. All right, let me show you a little bit more. Keep it perfectly square. Line up in the middle of, you know, equal distance on this side as well as the other side. I'm going to show you this jackwagon Climate Express who did not. See this Volvo? This is not how you park. You see this trailer? See, you keep the distance perfect. This guy obviously angled, don't give a fuck. So I went ahead and lined it up perfect, made sure to park next to him. Climate Express, truck 1143. That ain't how you park. That is how you park. Just a little truck driver lesson. Teaching the rookies and those who got lazy. Alright, well I'll come back to you after the shower, fuel up, probably hit you with some more head cam footage. Later. Alright ladies and gentlemen, fuel island etiquette. I don't know if you can see it there, but that pump's not in. But this is a prime example of what not to do at a fuel island. So I'm sitting here, right? I've been here for an hour and 12 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I've only been at this pump for about 8 minutes now. But the entire time I've been here, this prime truck has been sitting here without his not fueling up. Anyway, so I'm just chilling. I'm not in any big rush. But you know I'm gonna call you on your shit. So anyway, I'm sitting here and this guy comes out, fluorescent green safety t-shirt. It says Prime all over it. And he looks right at me. It says the pump closest to the front door. Motherfucker has a Wendy's bag. Yeah, Wendy's. The fast food here in Oak Grove. Don't do that. Don't park at a fuel island when there's, we can't see it from here, but there's probably like 50, 60 open spots like within eye distance. Well, not eye distance, but anyway, there's about 50 to 60 open spots around here. Don't park at a fuel island and then go in and get your lunch. And if you do park at a fuel island, like let's say you fuel up and there's a truck in front of you, so you can't pull forward. Go in, grab your receipt. Hey, go over, order your lunch, but don't just stand there and wait for them to make it. You know, run back out, check. All right, did that guy move forward that I was waiting for? Oh, he did. Now I can move forward. But don't block the pumps. Like I said, prime example of not what to do. And then so I called the guy on his shit. I honked at him. I was like, you know, threw my hands up like, yo, what are you doing? You know, like, come on. Like, come on, dude. You know you're not supposed to be doing that shit. And he like shakes his head as if he did nothing wrong. Like, dude, I will put you in your... Never mind. I'm gonna censor myself for YouTube. But, don't do that shit at fuel islands. It's annoying. Some of us are really trying to work. Now I gotta get out and fuel up. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Coming back to you at the end of this video here. This is part one of, I think, just 2 parts. I took a trip from, I left the house, I went from Denver down to Florida, had a load of doors, these really nice, fancy, expensive doors that go in like $1 million homes. Really nice company out of Denver. They're like 9 feet tall, fireproof for up to like an hour. So on and so forth. Just some really like high quality doors. Stopped off in Jacksonville and then pretty much ran down 95 South with all my deliveries. But what you just saw was some head cam footage, me talking to that oversized as I went around them and looking at that nice setup. Definitely some money rolling down the road. Those trailers are like $250,000 alone. And the truck's same, and I don't even know what the hell was on it, but 230,000 pounds gross rolling down the road. He probably weighed 75,000. So quick math, what is that? Like that item alone weighed like 150,000 at least. No idea what it is or was, but guarantee it's worth pretty penny. Anyway, some head cam footage, then me pretty much like talking trash on other drivers, which I do. I call out drivers like crazy. People are out here working, you know. We all got a clock that we're living on, working on as well, e-logs and stuff. So I do tend to do that a lot, like just talk crap on drivers. Like, I won't be like mean to a rookie, like, oh, come on, man, back that shit up, hurry up. Like, no, that's not me. But like, if you're sitting at a fuel pump, not fueling, and then you come out with food in your hand, not only that, but that was that prime truck that you just saw, that was at the fuel pump. That guy was his trainer, because then I fueled up and I finished fueling, and they're still in front of me. So I'd been like 15 minutes fueling and cleaning my windshield and shit. So I hit my air horn, and like, so I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it's been like, I've been here at least 22 minutes. So, you know, like, dude, come on, quit taking your break. And literally, like, dude could have pulled forward out of the pumps and forward again right into an empty spot. Like, some people just don't have brains out here. Anyway, so I like threw my hands up, and I see him like doing some hand jargon in his window or in his mirror, and so I'm like, oh, I'll go walk up to him. So I walk up to him, and he's like, hey man, I just saw you hang it up. I was gonna pull forward. And so I'm just thinking, like, well, then why the fuck didn't you just pull forward? Excuse my language. But, like, why didn't you just pull forward or, like, into an empty parking spot to begin with? Like, I guarantee they didn't fuel. So anyway, though, it was a different guy that was in the driver's seat. So the trainer walked out with the Wendy's in his hand. The entire time I'm sitting behind that truck that wasn't fueling, there was a fucking student driver in the driver's seat or something, like, just sitting there, like, looking at me behind him. Like, dude. Anyway, I have very little patience for that. Or people that pour their piss bottles out into, like, parking lots. I absolutely yell at them, or, like, just comment on it. Like, oh, yeah, I'm sure they love the smell of piss on their driveway. You know, whether it's piss or soda. 90% of the time, it's drivers pouring their piss out. And they're too fucking lazy to walk it to the grass. They're just out the window. Oh, dude, disgusting. You know, would you like someone to come to your front porch and piss all over it? Like, no, then walk that shit to the grass. And I say grass because, like, okay, it's urine. We drink it. Our kidneys filter it, dilute it, whatever. And then you pee it out, and it's urine. And so if you peed in the grass, what's the difference between you peeing in the grass and a dog? Nothing really. So anyway, that's why I say, like, dude, at least walk it to the grass. You know, I wouldn't like yell at a driver doing that. That's being respectful. But like, then drivers want to complain like, oh, this place charges 15 bucks for parking. Yeah, no shit, because 90% of you guys are pouring piss or soda out onto the concrete, and it stains and smells when it's 110 degrees out here or whatever, you know, and then you smell it, so then they got to pay someone to come out and clean it. So now they're paying for a pressure washing service. Not only that, they're gonna have to pay to repave the lot eventually, and then pay to repaint it. So like, yeah, they're paying for a service that you're using. Like, you're coming in, pouring your piss all over the place, not going in and buying anything, and then taking off in the morning. Like, yeah, if I owned a truck stop, I would do that too. I would charge, I was gonna say charge the living hell out of people. No, I'd probably charge like a modest like $5 a night, but I would definitely make it like a full gravel lot, 3/4 crush, just some nice rock through there, plenty of parking, wide open parking, some K-rails around it. If I owned property, I would definitely help out the trucker, but I would absolutely charge for you to park. It'd be lit up, and it'd be security, you know, driving around. Don't know if I'd have a convenience store. Hell, if I had money, I'd have a convenience store with a bathroom and showers. But other than that, like, nah, it'd just be a parking lot, porta potties. Anyway, now I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. Like I said, this was part 1 that you just watched. I'm shooting this little end cap like a few days later. So that was Florida to Denver, excuse me, Denver to Florida. And then I did from Florida up to Indiana. And now I'm running Kentucky to Denver. So a little bink, 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 little 3-run boogie. Get me back home for a day or two. But anyway, that was part 1. Part 2 isn't really any head cam footage or anything. It's just me sitting in a parking lot talking to you, being a talking head. So thanks for watching, and stay loaded, and nothing else is going on in the world. Well, I mean, a whole bunch of stuff's going on in the world. I don't want to say stay safe, because I don't believe in like wearing masks or even staying safe. Don't stay safe. Do whatever you want. No, stay safe. But like, I'm not one of those people to like believe in masks. Am I shaking my whole truck? No. Me, when I shake my head, it's windshield does weird stuff. Damn, I am shaking the cab. Anyway, sorry guys. Stay loaded. Thanks.